Tenali Raman's Clever Challenges. A tale of wit and wisdom. In the vibrant kingdom of Vijayanagara, nestled amidst rolling hills and verdant landscapes, there resided a man whose intellect shone brighter than the palace's gleaming spires, Tenali Raman. Renowned for his razor-sharp wit and unparalleled wisdom, he was a beloved figure among the people and held in high esteem by King Krishnadevaraya himself. One brisk morning, as the sun cast its golden rays over the royal court, an ambitious minister by the name of Ramalinga swaggered in with an air of self-assurance. He boldly declared himself the smartest individual in the entire kingdom, challenging Tenali Raman to a contest of intellect. Ramalinga's arrogance stirred murmurs among the courtiers, but Tenali Raman remained composed, his eyes twinkling with a quiet confidence. Intrigued by the prospect of such a competition, King Krishnadevaraya decided to host a series of challenges to determine who truly held the title of the kingdom's cleverest man. The court buzzed with anticipation as the tests were unveiled, each designed to push the contestants to their intellectual limits. For the first trial, the king presented a bag filled with gleaming gold coins. He tasked Tenali Raman and Ramalinga with accurately counting the coins within a set time frame. Eager to demonstrate his prowess, Ramalinga dove into the task with gusto, his fingers swiftly flicking through the coins as he meticulously tallied their number. Meanwhile, Tenali Raman adopted a more leisurely approach, observing Ramalinga's fervent counting with a faint smile playing on his lips. As the deadline loomed, Ramalinga confidently declared his total, convinced of his victory. However, before Tenali Raman could begin his count, he pointed to a small hole in the bag and remarked, "My dear minister, you seem to have overlooked this." A wave of realization washed over Ramalinga as he comprehended his oversight. The court erupted into laughter, and even the king chuckled at the cleverness of Tenali Raman's observation. It was a simple yet effective demonstration of wit that left Ramalinga humbled and eager to redeem himself in the subsequent challenges. Undeterred by his initial setback, Ramalinga accepted the king's next challenge, a perplexing riddle that had confounded many a wise scholar. Despite racking his brain for hours on end, Ramalinga found himself at a loss for a solution. Frustration gnawed at him as the deadline approached, and he began to fear that his rival had once again bested him. Meanwhile, Tenali Raman sat in serene contemplation, seemingly unperturbed by the complexity of the riddle. His mind worked methodically, turning over each clue until finally, a solution presented itself. With a knowing smile, he stepped forward and offered a brilliantly simple answer that left the courtiers in awe of his intellect. Once again, Tenali Raman emerged victorious, his cleverness shining brightly for all to see. Ramalinga, though disappointed by his defeat, graciously conceded defeat and pledged to learn from his esteemed rival. From that day forth, Tenali Raman's reputation as the kingdom's preeminent intellect was solidified, his name synonymous with wit and wisdom. People from far and wide sought his counsel, and his tales of cleverness became legendary throughout the land. The story of Tenali Raman's Clever Challenges serves as a timeless reminder of the power of intellect and the importance of humility. It illustrates how true wisdom lies not in arrogance or boastfulness, but in the ability to think critically and approach challenges with an open mind. Tenali Raman's legacy endures as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that the pursuit of knowledge and the mastery of wit can lead to greatness beyond measure. As the days passed, Tenali Raman's fame only grew, and he became known as the wisest man in the kingdom. People traveled from far and wide to seek his advice, and even the king turned to him for counsel on matters of state. Despite his newfound fame, Tenali Raman remained humble and approachable, always willing to lend a listening ear or offer a word of wisdom to those in need. His kindness and generosity endeared him to the people, and he was revered as much for his humility as for his intellect. One day, as Tenali Raman was walking through the bustling streets of Vijayanagara, he came across a group of children playing in the town square. Intrigued by their laughter and energy, he stopped to watch them, a warm smile playing on his lips. As he observed the children at play, an idea began to form in Tenali Raman's mind. He realized that he could use their youthful enthusiasm and creativity to benefit the entire kingdom. With a twinkle in his eye, Tenali Raman approached the children and proposed a challenge to them. He explained that he would give them a series of riddles and puzzles to solve, and whoever could answer them correctly would receive a special reward. The children eagerly accepted the challenge, their eyes sparkling with excitement. They gathered around Tenali Raman, eagerly awaiting the first riddle. With a flourish, Tenali Raman presented the first puzzle to the children. It was a simple riddle, but it required careful thought and observation to solve. As the children pondered the riddle, Tenali Raman watched them with a mixture of amusement and pride. He knew that these young minds held the key to unlocking the kingdom's future, and he was determined to nurture their potential. Finally, after much deliberation, one of the children stepped forward with the correct answer. The other children cheered and applauded, thrilled to have solved the puzzle. Tenali Raman congratulated the child and presented them with a small token of appreciation. He then proceeded to pose another riddle to the group, eager to see their minds at work once again. As the day wore on, the children tackled each riddle with gusto, their enthusiasm never waning. With each correct answer, their confidence grew, and they eagerly awaited the next challenge. By the end of the day, the children had solved all of the riddles, their faces glowing with pride. Tenali Raman praised them for their intelligence and creativity, and they parted ways with promises to meet again soon. As Tenali Raman watched the children disappear into the bustling streets of Vijayanagara, he couldn't help but feel a sense of hope for the future. He knew that with young minds like theirs leading the way, the kingdom would continue to prosper and thrive for generations to come. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city, Tenali Raman made a silent vow to continue nurturing the minds of the kingdom's youth. For he knew that with knowledge and wisdom, anything was possible, and the future held endless possibilities for those who dared to dream. With that thought in mind, Tenali Raman set off into the gathering dusk, his heart full of hope and optimism for the days to come. And as he disappeared into the shadows, the echoes of laughter and the sound of young voices filled the air, a testament to the enduring spirit of Vijayanagara and the legacy of its wisest citizen, Tenali Raman.